yo, it's Max with the ill funky flow, showing you how to fly while dropping juries, yo. So let's hit this target like this so you can learn how to drop them bombs like this. Stay tuned if you like what you see, and together I will show you what I mean. Playing BF5, yeah, let's do this. Killing all night is how we do it.
Christ, did we just
shit, I got one on me,
Where is he?
Nice kill.
So the first thing we need to do is go bomb A, and then this AA gun or else we'll pay. Watch out for flicker fouls. Yeah, let's do this. Just don't get too damn nervous. Now that we're resupplied, it's time to hit B. So drop all your bombs and you should get at least 3. Oh, look at that! We just got 4. Time to resupply and bomb some more. Something to keep in mind if you want to drop bombs like me. Drop your heavies first, over target B. You could drop 3 or unload them all. Either way, show them what's up by saying F y'all. When you fly over here, look for these pits. Here's one at target A. It looks like this. Drop your bombs directly right into them. Then move to B and say, screw them. If it worked out once, it could work again. So let's drop some more and hope we get 10. Oh, we got 6? That's alright. Go resupply so we can turn to the fight. Best thing to do against an AA gun is hit them in the back as you do runs. So fly up high and do just that. Circle over circle. This is how we do that. And drop them bombs, you should get at least a few. But don't be surprised if you only get 2. When you see lots of smoke, try not to freaking choke. It's more than likely medics ready to put a little poke. Yeah, you know what I mean. You're just too high to see on the screen. Alright guys, so that was it as far as me dropping some, funky rap on the track. But anyway, back to normal tips and tricks and so on. I'm gonna give you guys a few pointers on how to go about this map on Hamada on Breakthrough. So we're still on the first sector. So if you look at the middle German flag, directly right of it is the AA gun. And I'm not getting much resistance other than the one on the left at Bravo's site. So I just bomb them all in that one spot in that pit. Then I'm gonna fly low to avoid that other AA gun until I can resupply. So this first sector can be really tough. If you have both AA guns from B and A at you, you have to make an immediate right turn and dive down into the canyon. It's the only way you have a chance. But right there, I only saw one on me, so I bombed all of them in the area at Bravo. So I'm all resupplied. I'm gonna hit it back to Bravo, hit them from their backside, mainly in this blind spot, because this guy is mainly gonna be focused on aircraft from the other side. Well, you turn around on that one, but unless you really increase your chances right there, getting a decent bombing. So on this bombing run, I want the bombs to land as quick as they can. I'm actually going to switch number 4, which is my 8 40-pound bombs. Drop those first, because they land quicker, and then I finish them off with the 2 heavy 1,000-pound bombs. Total 6, so nice run. Okay, heading back in the opposite direction. Gonna hit Alpha site using the Bombardier site, which you basically just right-click after you hit number 2 or number 4. And then you drop it with left click. So, pretty good run right there. Okay, we're at the start of the second sector, and just like the previous sector, you gotta watch out for the AA guns. So here's one right here at Alpha site. Almost dropped my entire load. And that worked out. Took out 4 and took out the AA gun. Gonna ride low, hit this resupply, and head on back. Alright, so resupply to head on back. And I'm actually hitting these guys from the backside. Gonna try to take out this AA. Might not get him, but I got a feeling I'm gonna get a big amount of kills on this one. Yep, got 6 on that one, so not bad. And I was able to get both bomb sites. So like I said before, you know, you gotta go with what works. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing we just did, and just gonna drop them all up in here. And whenever you see a lot of smoke like that, you gotta keep in mind, you know, that's medic's probably healing, and there's down people, and you can take them out. So here's another tip: if you have nobody riding with you, actually switch to your tail gunner seat, F2, and you just mow guys down with that machine gun. It's real powerful. So cool. Me and that other pilot ended up getting that BF 109. Sweet. Alright, I am sick and tired of this AA gun. I think I'm gonna call him AA Ron. So let's bomb the crap out of it. AA Ron. Oh yeah, look at that. Got 7. You done wrong, AA Ron. Yeah. Alright, we're still at the second sector. It looks like there's a bunch of smoke up in there, so I'm just gonna bomb some of these patches and some of the pits. Oh, just like that. Got myself 5 off of that, so cool. Whenever you see that smoke, make sure you bomb it. Alright, looks like our teammate is pinging something over here. Looks like there's quite a few over here, so that's good. And that ping location worked out great, so whenever you see that, you know, don't ignore that, definitely go after it. Alright, got a BF 109 G6 on my tail. Alright, gotta line this up. He's almost done for. Sweet, got him. So, you know, you get that G6 on your tail, hop in the tail gunner seat and mow him down. Alright, normally I'll try to take out the AA gun first, but don't have much of a choice. So, took out a couple infantry first, and then the AA gun last there because of the path of the direction. It's alright. Alright, so we're making progress. We are now at the 3rd sector, and this is actually my favorite sector because I can just bomb all these guys all up in this one centralized area on top of this fort. And look at that, took out 6. So, you know, you can do it too. Alright, so I don't know if this is a Tiger tank or not, but something to keep in mind, if you get 2 direct shots of 2 1,000-pound bombs directly on the Tiger tank, you can take it out, load up completely. But to play it safe right there, I actually dropped the 2 1,000-pound bombs plus the rest of the 40-pounders. Oh boy, got some hot shot 109 pilot on my tail with the Werfer Grant 21s. Oh man, he missed both of them. I got a chance. Oh boy, did he ever pay for that, man. He would have had me with that if he didn't miss. Sweet. Okay, so the 3rd sector. Ooh, gonna go over this way, and it looks real rich. Lots of red and smoke. Oh yeah. So cool. Oh shoot, got the +1. Alright, I've been hitting Alpha side a lot. Time to hit Bravo. Let's see what we got up in there. Maybe a guy's gonna push it. Get that flag. Oh, sweet, look at that. And the stationary. Was that stationary? Oh, that was a vehicle. Sweet. Alright, I got 7 out that last run. I'm gonna hit this same site from the opposite angle. Totally where that AA gun trying to mow me down. Man, I ain't got much health left though. 4. Hope it don't see me. Hope it's not in range. Come on, resupply. Cool. Alright, so up in this area there's some pits and there's also trenches, and it's a high traffic area all the time. Gonna get a lot of kills. So cool, got 5 off that one. Oh, what do we have here? Looks like Mr. AA Ron is back. Well, Mr. AA Ron, I hope you enjoy this big old load drop right on your chest. Yeah. Only 7 health, but that's alright. Goes resupply. Alright, so the 3rd sector is ending. Might as well get some free kills. Gonna bomb a few right here, and then gonna bomb the rest over by this fort area. Cool, it worked out. So whenever you get a chance to get free kills like that, take advantage of it. Okay, earlier I might have said that the 3rd sector was my favorite sector. Actually, it's this sector, the 4th sector, because there's only one objective, and they're all on the top of that little castle fort area, and you just bomb them all at once in that centralized area. It's great. Alright, so I'm a pretty humble guy. I try not to brag, but reality is on this sector, on this flag at A, I've been bombing the living crap out of them, so it's allowed our team to take the sector and push in, so sweet. Final sector coming up. Alright, sweet. So we have made to the final sector. On this sector, there's a total of 3 flags, A, B, and C. Now their guys aren't flaring at all, so when I saw that one guy highlighted, I had to just go with it, figuring that maybe I can get some collateral, and I did. So that worked out. So like I mentioned before, you know, if you see any highlight on anyone, you just kind of have to go with it. So I see, what, 2 or 3 here, I'm going with that, and whatever collateral I get, great. So end up getting stationary and 3 guys, so that works out. Alright, so you know how I mentioned that if there's smoke, go for it? Well, since there's nobody really to go after, we're going after that smoke. And it paid off. See, most likely, what was it? Probably a medic, right? Alright, on this run, we're going to go after a few different targets. So obviously this one, because it's lit up. Going to hit this AA gun, and teammate want me to go after this tank, so I'm going to help him out. Cool. End up getting, what, 2 or 3 off that? Sweet. Oh yeah, let's do this. Dogfighting. Bomber versus bomber. The Blenheim versus Junkers 88. And the Blenheim wins, yeah. Alright, so like before, I'm going with whatever they give me. I first saw this one, so I'm going to drop just a few. Then I saw this one, I'm going to drop a few more. And finishing off with this one. Cool, I'm getting 4 off that, so a lot better than I thought. So if you haven't noticed by now, I always make sure that I have all my bombs fully primed. That way I have a full 10 count. So, cool, got 4 off that. Alright everyone, you're looking at Narvik on the breakthrough game type. This map has a total of 3 sectors. You know what, it's time for a new track. Yeah, Battlefield 1942 soundtrack. Alright, so went after B site, got 4 right there. That's always a highly contested area, lots of traffic up in there. Snipers, you name it. Alright, all resupplied, heading back in the opposite direction. Gonna hit that B bridge again, and then also gonna hit Alpha site. And if you hit that house, and there's people in it, they can actually get killed from the debris, so just something to keep in mind if they all camp in there. So my advice to you is, you gotta go with what works. If you had 2 passes of at least 3 or 4 kills or more, what's wrong with doing it a 3rd time? So that's what I'm doing, at B again. And got 4, so cool. Gonna resupply here in a bit, and I'm back. Alright, so the first sector can sometimes be tricky. You want to go bomb some people at A, and then out of nowhere there's this AA gun on top of the silo of all places. So what I did right there is I just lined it right up, timed it just right, and bombed it. You can do it too, but take some practice. Okay, we're all resupplied. Gonna head right back after the AA gun, because got a feeling there's a bunch on it. Alright, looks like there's a couple. Light it right up. And oh boy, he must have had like a squad or something with him trying to camp. Probably snipers. Okay, so there's a few over by the Alpha site, like right at that little house. Take out a few there, and then I'm gonna hit these guys over by that AA gun site. Didn't drop it directly on it because I didn't see anybody at the top, so that worked out. Alright, so I'm using the bombardier site, go right after this AA gun silo. And I know I keep going after this guy, but the thing is this, if I strafe him, my guns aren't really powerful enough, and he has the sandbags to block the bullets. So it's literally like from top down, gotta bomb him or else. Some strafing here. And this light machine gun's just way too weak. Alright. Ooh, there's a bunch. Sweet. Got 5 off of that. And I still have one 1,000 pound bomb left. Gonna go back and actually hit him again. There's a bunch there. Hopefully get a few. I only got one, but you know what? That's alright. Made a second pass. It was worth it. Got a total of 6 and it helped the team. Alright, so it looks like there's a few over at A site. And it looks like there's a AA gun trying to take me out again. It's not the one at the silo, it's a different location, so I need to find out which location that is and take it out after I resupply. Okay, we're all resupplied. Heading back. And aha, there's the AA gun. Now I had it dead center right on it, so I dropped the bombs and then immediately climbed. That's what you need to do, because otherwise you get too low, it's just going to mow you down. So sometimes you have like these squads that move way up on Bravo, like right here. And just try to remember that area right there is a hotspot, because people try to camp the area because they know that people are going to spawn right in that area, like our team. You know, sometimes I get asked, you know, why don't I drop the 8x 40-pound bombs first and then switch to the 2x? It's more or less the hand placement. If you think about it, you know, if you're a person that types, for instance, it's just where your hand placement is. Alright, so if you notice an AA gun this far out, for instance, don't try to be conservative with your bombs. Just drop them all. Because you could do things like that, for instance. You know, you get a bunch of collateral. Because you're already on your way over towards this resupply, so might as well drop them all. Alright, all resupplied, heading back in. Alright, is that the silo? No, it's not. It's this guy. Gonna just drop 2 1,000-pound bombs. More than enough. You know, yeah, sometimes I like to drop them all, but the 2 1,000, that was enough for that run. Okay, we're still at this first sector. Looks like there's a bunch of guys over here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bomb this bunker area. I'm getting 5. Could have probably gotten some more, somebody else bombed it, but you know what? It's completely alright. It's all about being a team player. Oh, what the heck? Looks like the Germans stole one of our armored trucks. I'll go ahead and bomb that then. And cool, got 5 and blew up the armored truck. And the nice thing about going after things like that is there's usually a lot of guys inside the truck. Okay, haven't bombed this B site bridge for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Drop the heads first, and then just drop all the 8x 40-pound bombs right immediately after. Cool. Got a few on that one. And quite a few points. So this is pretty cool. Getting a fighter escort from Jews. Bomb Bravo, because look at all that smoke and the highlights. Got 5 off of that.
Holy mega kill.
if you're having a hard time seeing the targets on the ground, just remember, switch to the bombardier sight. It helps, and of course, definitely helps lining up targets on the ground. And just like that, got 4. So we can head to the resupply and go from there. Alright, remember when I said earlier that there's always at least one squad that likes to push up in front of the B bridge to basically like try to jump as they respawn? Well, there's another one right there. So just something to keep in mind, remind yourself to check the area every so often. Alright guys and gals, this is an example of what not to do. Look at where I'm at. Straight dive, straight down. I don't have any dive breaks at all, and still was able to pull out from that, so the only thing that saved me was my altitude at first. Alright, gonna scope the area. Oh, I haven't heard from the AA gun silo person for a while. And yeah, I was able to nail him, but guys, to be honest, that takes a lot of practice. But once you get it down, oh man, it's great.
Every other pass.
Alright, Tubes, so it looks like there is a half track headed over. Try to take that out. Alright, sweet, got him. AA gun's still up.
Tough.
Yeah.
True.
Alright, looks like it's real rich up in here. Lots of highlighted enemy players, lots of smoke, and drop all right in that centralized area. Man, cool. Managed to get 5 off of that. So something to keep in mind. Circle on circle, bomb all at once. When you go to do your bombing runs, don't get so dependent on trying to look for highlighted guys. Yeah, there's one right here, but to be honest, a lot of times on maps like this with the white snow, I try to look for black infantry spots, if you will. These little ants running around. Okay, believe it or not, we're still at the first sector. Looks like there's quite a few highlighted here by these trees, so I'm just going to drop everything right there. And let's see here. Alright, cool, got 5. Looks like there's a few fleers, if I'm not mistaken, trying to get me. But keep in mind, this map has 3 sectors. That's it. Alright, so something to keep in mind is, you always got to remember the positions of the AA guns. Because, yeah, you might go a few rounds with them not being on it, but eventually somebody else will get on it and try to shoot you down. Oh boy, it looks like they're back on it, and they've taken over half of my health. I have got to climb, and I paid off. Only 6 health left, but you know what? Immediately climbed and was confident about it. Okay, we're at the start of the second sector, and on this one, just go ahead and enjoy the show. This is for all the fans out there. 1 AA down. And the other AA down. A back-to-back AA gun destruction. So I want you guys to try to remember this. Every once in a while you'll get a guy on an AA gun who's going to use smoke as smoke cover. Like this. And it didn't work. Because at the end of the day the AA gun's a stack AA gun that's in the same place. So we got him. Cool. So it doesn't matter what FPS game you play, whether it's Counter-Strike, Medal of Honor, Battlefield, and so on. Every FPS game has these things called choke points. That right there is a choke point. Got 5 off of that. That's something to remember. Highly contested, high traffic areas, choke points. Alright everyone, try to watch this carefully. This is the second sector, and pay attention to the corner area of this house where I line up these reticles, right here. Now the reason why is because there's a pack 40 right at that corner, so that's another spot to try to remember. You can bomb it, you can kill the guy, and get collateral. Alright, we made it to the third and final sector. Now I could have went over there where that infantry's at, but it's my job to blow up these tanks. So just like I mentioned before, I think it was on Hamada, 2 1,000-pound bombs, direct shots will blow up the Tiger tanks. And speaking of tanks, this looks like this is a Panzer IV, used to bomb their site, and then the regular reticle site. And take it out. Yeah, just one kill, but the point is, I'm blowing up tanks, helping out the team, and that's what it's all about. Okay, now it's time to go hit up all the infantry in that Bravo area that I wasn't able to hit before because I was taking out that tank. Cool, took out 4. So, you know, there's always going to be people up in there anyway. Okay, that looks like it's a Sturm Tiger. I was wondering when they're going to call on one. It's going to take everything. There we go. Cool. Alright, so we're going to do something a little bit out of the unordinary. I'm going to bomb this Pack 40 here. Then I'm going to go up here, you can see a highlighted person. And then I'll drop all the rest right here at Alpha. Cool. Got quite a few on that. Total 6. Alright, so there is a tank up in here. I'm going to do a full dive on it. Gotta be careful here because it's got to pull up and I gotta avoid this destruction. I managed to get it, so that's definitely going to help the team move up in that area.
We now have control of objective Able.
Alright, so I see a few highlighted here. Chuck one right there, and on the other guy, right at Alpha. Final sector. Looks like somebody tried to fligure me, but that armor fuselage definitely helped. Okay, so there's a Tiger tank up ahead. And the saying goes, moving targets are always harder to hit. It looks like he's committing to going towards the path he's going, so just simply aim in front of him, and it all collide. Kind of like duck hunting if you ever done it. Anyway. Alright, so I'm all resupplied, and I got the Stuka after me, and I switched from the pilot position to the tail gunner position. And what I do is I try to climb up high and put myself at an angle to get myself a better position to shoot the Stukas. Now this is the final sector, so the German team, they don't get air support until final sector. Oh boy. So I've got to switch back up, don't want to crash into the side of the cliff or the mountain. Put myself in a better position. Gonna climb a little bit more, a bit higher. And now I got what, 91? Yeah, I'm gonna finish this guy off right now. Come on. Yeah, there we go. And that's how you do it, guys. Just like that, seriously. Just be patient with your self-repair, keep climbing, remember where the mountain is, and you can do things just like that. I know it. Yeah, up against that Stuka, I said self-repair, I meant emergency repair. Anyway, there's a Stern Pursuits, and yeah, 2, 1,000-pound bombs gonna take it out, so cool, took out the Stern Pursuits. Okay, so before we wrap up this final sector and the map for Narvik on Breakthrough, I'll bomb this Stern Tiger. Almost dropped everything. And there you have it. So, hope you guys enjoyed both maps. Stay tuned for the Specialization segment. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching today's episode. We are looking at the Blenheim Mark IF. And with that said, before I show you my specialization for this particular airplane, and for this specialization segment, I want to go ahead and show you my skin for the Blenheim MKIF. So here it is. When Narvik first starts up, you'll have to wait exactly 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the British side in order to get a plane. The second sector, you will not get air support, and then finally on the final sector, you will have to wait exactly 4 minutes in order to get air support for the allied side. So yeah, there you go. Pretty sweet looking skin. I'm not a type of person to normally put nose art on my planes, but I thought this one looked pretty darn cool. The Pelican Pete nose art, and this is the Epic Coastal Command. I've actually had this for quite a while, but I always thought it was the nicest looking chromed out skin for the Blenheim Mark IF. Alright, so with that said, let's take a look at my specialization tree. Before we actually get into that, I just want to state that on this particular loadout, the only thing I didn't like was you cannot get a third seat. So let's say you want to fly, you want to have 2 of your buddies on this loadout, that will not work. And of course I will show you how to get that to work if you want to do that, but of course it's a different loadout. So here we go, specialization shirt. Alright, so it's all the far right side. So increase rate of fire says increases RPM of forward facing weapons by 20%. In reality, it didn't even make that much of a difference. But of course, you know, to get this loadout, that's what you want to go with. I decided to go with this instead of the field repair because I felt as though having an armored fuselage to go up against, you know, like AA, Fliegerfaust, and so on, to make it a little bit more of a defensive, lightweight night fighter bomber, seemed to be the way to go compared to stripping the armor fuselage and having the field repair. You will definitely notice the difference. If you want to test it for yourself, hey, have at it. I mean, you know, I probably would like to see you see for yourself. It definitely makes a difference. So that extra 15% with the armor fuselage, I can't say enough good things about it. I mean, you guys saw a few times, you know, I'm doing runs on Narvik, like getting hit by the Fliegerfaust, getting hit like crazy by the AA. Think of how many times I would survive through that with really low health, even after the emergency repair. Like I think there's a few clips where, you know, what I got left, like 6 HP left. So definitely would have been able to pull that off if I had the field repair. I know some people are gonna debate that, but that is just my humble opinion. That's how I feel about it. And of course, you know, you have no choice on the third tier. You got to go with the 8x 40-pound bombs. But in reality, if you had access to the radar package, it's not even worth considering. So I'm glad that DICE has chosen to go with this. And last is the 2x 1,000-pound bombs. Of course, you know, that's what this video is all about. It's mainly focused on the dual 1,000-pound bombs and the 8x 40-pound bombs to give you a total of 10. So of course this bomber doesn't have all the bells and whistles that the Junkers 88A has, but I will state this. I mean, I do like the idea that you know, you got the top turret and you could do complete, like, you know, 360 on the top. You know, I don't have the footage for you guys right now because I don't want to make the video too long, but there will be a part 2 because I didn't want to make the video like over an hour again, like, you know, the previous video. But yeah, in part 2, it will be on actually Conquest, believe it or not. Yeah, Conquest on Mercury, because if you do Breakthrough, unfortunately, it makes it all like infantry, and then, you know, armored tanks, you don't get air support on that map. And then the other map is going to be Eris, or some people call it Eros. I don't know the the right pronunciation of that. So yeah, Eris doesn't have air support if you do Breakthrough. It does have air support if you do Grand Operations on front lines, and it does have air support on Conquest. So I have enough footage almost to do those 2 maps. I'm done actually with the Eris video, or I should say enough footage to do a video. And with that also said, yeah, as far as the loadout, where I'm going with this, sorry. What I was going to state is that if you want to have an extra buddy with you, this is the loadout you would have to do. So instead of doing the 2 1,000-pound bombs, you would reset this by hitting this over here, and on the final one you would do the dual 303 nose gunner machine guns, and that allows this guy, who would be right positioned down here, to have control of that. So you know, it's a pretty cool thing, but you gotta keep in mind, if you do that, you know, you may feel like, well, I'm not gonna have any bombs other than 8x 40-pound bombs. No, that's not true. You'll still get the 8x 40-pound bombs, but instead of having 2 100-pound bombs, you actually will get 4 500-pound bombs. So not too shabby. Anyway, a few other tips I want to give you guys is, you know, on the AA guns, you know, some people have attitude, you know, when you fly over towards the AA guns, whether it's on Hamada, whether it's on Narvik and so on, to get super high. In this, I would say in real life, yeah, probably, right? You know, that makes sense. But for a video game like this, that's not necessarily completely true. And what I mean by that is this: I noticed with the Blenheim, unless you have the engine upgrade, if you get too high, your plane actually is traveling too slow. So, to a sense, if you get too high, you're a sitting duck up there, and you're just going to get nailed by, of course, what? Enemy pilots, or, well, enemy pilots on Hamada, not Narvik, but yeah, you're just sitting up there, you're going to get mowed down by the AA, or maybe Fliegerfaust if the guy's a good shot. Of course, you don't want that. So you do want to get decent altitude, and then you, of course, want to dive down, because of course it gives you more momentum and more speed in a dive. So yeah, you want to get high up, but not too high up, in which, like I mentioned, it just makes your plane like, you know, a flying sloth, or, you know, a flying snail. Of course, you don't want that. So you know, in the past, in Volume 1, again, this is actually Volume 2, in Volume 1 I actually have done the 4 500-pound bombs, but to be honest, I think I'm going to do, like, I guess you could say, like a remaster of all the original videos that I've done, just to give people more of like a sense of what spots to hit and so on. Again, I haven't done all the videos, or I should say all the loadouts yet. I still got ones like, you know, I got a defensive loadout on the excuse me, the Stuka B-2, and that one has, like, for instance, double armor. I'm gonna give you guys a little quick preview on it, just kind of like little bonus stuff I want to show you guys real quick. So Stuka B2, and this is what I got for it. Armor fuselage, see that armor symbol, and the cool thing about that is it's so great on defense, but on offense you only get like one 250-pound bomb, and then after you drop it there's a timer, and then it automatically replenishes. But anyway, it's just a cool preview. But the significance behind it is, for one, it's a different loadout, and number two, if you want to fly with your friend and you're tired of getting fleegered all the time, this thing can tank a fleeger. I kid you not, the footage will show it. Like, there's these guys on the ground are frustrated because they can't believe that this thing could just tank a fleer, basically like straight to the fuselage or straight to the face, and live through it. I mean, yeah, granted, you're only going to have like maybe 5 to 15 health, but the whole point of being able to tank Fliegerfaust, pretty cool. So just something to look forward in the future. And last but not least, I just want to say, you know, thanks again to all the fans of this channel. This channel's still growing, and I seem to get more people who appreciate the new format, I guess you should say, of what or where I've been going with the videos, with the commentary and of course the tips and so on. I would say, you know, like the first 80% of all my videos were, you know, I would just show the footage and I want to do commentary until the end. So it seems that though people like the how-tos as I'm going through the videos and so on. So
yeah, I'm probably going to stick with that. It just takes a lot longer, of course, a lot more with the editing and so on. But nonetheless, guys, can't thank you enough. Of course, I want to give a shout out again to long-time regular Dan McCarthy, who's been basically supporting this channel since the early stages. Thank you so much, man. Mad love to you. And, you know, wish I had 1,000 of you, like I always said. And, of course, shout out to Jeeves, who's a fan of this channel, who's been coming on our Discord, came in and up with me and some other guys. Shout out to Tendril Cat, who's been doing the same thing. And if you want to be a player who wants to come on our Discord, then, you know, hey, we'd love to see you, love to game it up with you, and so on. So, alright, so that wraps up the specialization segment for my video, this episode. And with that said, thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next one.